This is Baldy, and I'm breaking down the top position groups and the ones that need to improve the most after the first month of the season. Up first, let's look at the top receiving corps, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think the Chiefs have the best receiving corps in the NFL through the first quarter of the season. It starts with the cheetah and his pre-snap motion to affect coverage as the field has to shift. And then when Mahomes motions Kareem Hunt to the other side here, the Chiefs have a triangle to the short side of the field between Hunt, Hill, and Kelsey. Now, the route combination here of Hill and Hunt to the outside is going to open up this seam for Travis Kelsey. And Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to be perfect. Kelsey knows how to find the pillow in the middle of his own defense. Mahomes doesn't have to be perfect because Kelsey can adjust to the ball as well as any receiver in the business. And when he does adjust and catch it, he knows how to finish with it.
Hunt shifts to the other side of Mahomes. Mahomes looking downfield. Fires! Travis Kelsey! Touchdown!
The speed of Tyreek Hill is another reason why the Chiefs own the best receiving corps in the NFL. And this play-action bootleg fake here by Patrick Mahomes is going to allow this speedo route to develop down the field between Hill and Sammy Watkins. Two receiver route, max protection, play action. Mahomes gets plenty of time here to survey the field. Even though the 49ers have three defenders that are going to surround the cheetah, Mahomes has no fear of throwing this ball up and letting the cheetah go get it because he can run fast and he jumps high. And when he catches it, he's averaging over 22 yards a catch. When he comes down with it, it's time to strike up the band.
Chiefs offensive line's doing a good job on him. Wide open. Down the middle of the field is Hill. He's in between three defenders and still found an opening.
The Chiefs spread the ball around to a lot of receivers, but their third receiver in this core is Sammy Watkins. And in the Chiefs' RPO game, where they can give it or throw it, Patrick Mahomes gets to make that decision when he puts the ball in the belly of the beast here. And the Chargers are frozen. Their eyes are on the mesh. Do they try to take away last year's leading rusher Kareem Hunt, or does Sammy Watkins win the one-on-one here and the slant? Mahomes makes the right decision. Sammy Watkins makes a tough catch. The Chiefs, through the first quarter of the season, best receiving corps in the NFL.
Just one catch for Kelsey today. Fake it. Mahomes slings it. Sammy Watkins.
The Bills need more out of their wide receiving corps than they're getting, starting with Kelvin Benjamin. Here in Week 3 against the Minnesota Vikings. On 3rd and 6, the Vikings are going to send the kitchen sink at Josh Allen. It's going to make a one-on-one situation, Kelvin Benjamin, against the Vikings' Xavier Rhodes. The route, a simple dig route, one-on-one. You run it every single day in practice, and Josh Allen is looking right at it. He gets the ball out of his hands quickly here with anticipation and great accuracy right into the belly of Kelvin Benjamin, and he drops the ball down there at the goal line. The receivers got to help out a lot more.
3rd and 6, they bring everybody. Allen comes in, and again, Benjamin drops it for the second time here in the quarter.
Hard to win games with the rookie quarterback. Now, the receivers can help out Josh Allen. They've caught one touchdown pass in 4 weeks. Here, Josh Allen feels pressure from Melvin Ingram. So he gets outside the pocket, but his eyes are up. He's keeping the play alive, and he locates Zay Jones coming across on this crossing route. And the ball is thrown to where it's supposed to be thrown here, low and away from the defender, as much as he can. Now, it's going to be a tough catch, but the ball is where it's supposed to be. Now, you can say the defender got there early, interference, all that stuff. The receivers have to start coming up with these tough catches and helping out the rookie quarterback.
Long term, I think he's got a tremendous future, but this is what I expected to see today. Some good and probably more bad.
Look, on 3rd and 4 against Green Bay in the second quarter, Josh Allen motions in Andre Holmes to a bunch formation, and they're going to run a basic man beater inside, crosses, and then the deep over. Holmes gets the speed out for the first down. Josh Allen takes a look at it down the field. He doesn't like it. They got it sawed off. He immediately goes to the second read, which is the out, and the ball is perfect. It's a great throw by Josh Allen. He needs help from his wide receivers here. Andre Holmes has the ball right in his hands. He beats Tramon Williams here on the coverage. And from the end zone, it's the same play. Let's watch the throw. Let's watch the location that Josh Allen had on this 3rd down, trying to extend the drive and keep it alive. Now, the ball is right in the midst of Holmes. You've got to squeeze that ball into your body and come down with the catch for the first down. The Buffalo Bills wide receivers need to step up here in the next quarter of the season.
Trail 13-0 here at Green Bay. 3rd and 5. Allen fires it to the outside. Lunging attempt. It's broken up.
Let's meet the best secondary in the NFL right now. Belongs to the Jacksonville Jaguars, led by Jalen Ramsey, Barry Church, Tayshaun Gibson, Tyler Patman last week in the slot, and A.J. Boye. Now, against Sam Darnold and the Jets, they're in zone coverage. And watch the star of the show, Jalen Ramsey, with great zone eyes, meaning he can see the route back to the quarterback. He's cluing it all. Now, when he puts that right foot in the ground, his ability to now break on the ball and cover this cushion right here and make that play on the ball is about as good as there is in the NFL.
He promoted from quarterback's coach last year. It does look like they're going to at least try to pick something up. What a stellar defensive play by Jalen Ramsey.
The other star corner for the Jaguars is A.J. Boye. They've given up 3 touchdown passes in 4 games. And on this play, the Jets are going to flood the zone to the wide side of the field. The Jaguars trying to preserve a shutout here, up 18-0, when Sam Darnold makes this throw to Quincy Enunwa. And A.J. Boye is in perfect position to pick it off. And the weakness here is they only have 1 interception in 4 games.
See the numbers there for that Jags red zone defense. Darnold, lucky he wasn't picked off there. A.J. Boye.
In week 2, the Jaguars did a great job of shutting down Rob Gronkowski, holding him to just 2 catches on the day. And when he came in motion here at the 11-yard line, Tayshaun Gibson ran with him. They had a game plan for Gronk all game long. And this was Brady's first read. And when he looks over this way, he sees Gibson putting a body on Gronk and Barry Church over the top. It discourages Brady from making that throw, and he goes to the other side where A.J. Boye is doing a great job on Cordero Patterson, and they keep the Patriots out of the end zone here. Best secondary in football, the Jaguars.
With Brady. Back to throw and waiting and going to the end zone. Patterson's out of bounds.
I realize the Bucs are playing as many as 3 rookies in the secondary. But when Tariq Cohen runs this fake hitch route, and then Robinson and Bellamy run the switch route, both up defenders can't both bite here on the pump to Cohen. But that's what they do. Now they're a man short to be able to cover the wheel route by Bellamy. And Trubisky is going to get an easy throw and one of 6 touchdown passes on the day. They've given up 13 touchdown passes, 1 interception in the first 4 weeks of the season.
Pretty much a backup his entire career. And another open man. This one is Joshua Bellamy.
The Bucs can improve their secondary if they begin to improve their communication pre-snap. Here are the Bears with a 3 wide receiver set, and 1 and 2 are going vertical. Taylor Gabriel, the inside slot, is going to run the deep over. It is a common route combination in the NFL. But the Bucs don't cover Gabriel on the play. There's nobody over here with any leverage in any position to defend this throw. You can't have open receivers running through the prairies like that. It has to get better in the next quarter of the season.
Holding all across the NFL this year.
Got him numbered. Wide open is Gabriel. And he is wrapped up by Johnson. A touchdown-saving tackle at the 38-yard line.
The Cowboys have the best running back situation in the league because they have the best running back in Ezekiel Elliott. There is no committee. Elliott's the committee. And here behind 3 tight ends of Gathers, Swaim, and Jarwin, he's going to go for 41 yards. And it's not going to be a perfectly blocked play. Sylvester Williams is going to get inside penetration. He's going to have to make a miss right away. A little stutter and go. And then he's going to have the middle linebacker, Jared Davis, go for his legs, and he's going to leap right over him, like Superman going over tall buildings. And he keeps his balance here, and it's just him and Diggs. Diggs and Elliott. 41 yards later, Diggs takes the right angle to bring him down. Elliott is the best running back in the league.
And they will run it out of the jumbo formation.
Elliott breaks through. Ezekiel Elliott puts in the shoulder and the intercept inside the 25.
There is no committee at running back in Dallas when you have Ezekiel Elliott, who they can put in the slot and match him up against the Lions' middle linebacker when they need a play badly, down 24-23 under 2 minutes to go in the game. And him and Jones will run this switch route and get Elliott matched up deep down the field against Jared Davis. And Ezekiel Elliott knows exactly where he wants to go. He wants to go to a star back. No committee in Dallas. It's Ezekiel Elliott all the time. And when you have a star like that, you feed him. And Ezekiel Elliott got fed and they got the win on Sunday.
4 yards for a field goal try. Prescott gonna let it fly. He's got Elliott, and he's got it!
You're never a good running team until you can gain a yard when you need a yard. When it's 3rd and 1, you got to go to Ezekiel Elliott. Even when the Lions load up the box, right? The bare front, an 8-man front. And even when they get penetration right at the point across Hearns' face right here, Ezekiel Elliott knows that these plays are rarely blocked perfectly. He can make a miss and then find the softness. Go get 2 yards when they need a yard and sustain the offense and keep the ball. Ezekiel Elliott makes the Cowboys have the best running back situation in the league.
10th play of the drive. Elliott surging forward. He's got enough for a first down.
Even with the hot start by Tampa Bay, they still struggle to run the football as much as any team in this league right now. This is ISO lead with an eye back leading on the inside linebacker here. Peyton Bender trying to get to the line of scrimmage clean. But right here, you can see the penetration by the Eagles in week 2. They couldn't run the ball very well against them. Even when they had their way winning the game against the Eagles, they got to run it better.
It's Barber spins, and then he's taken down late.
There's no running back on this team that can get 3 yards a carry, including Jacquizz Rodgers on Monday night against the Steelers. When the Bucs have 6 blockers against a 6-man box of the Pittsburgh Steelers. The blocking scheme should be very simple. O.J. Howard out here on T.J. Watt. Inside here to the upside linebacker, Jensen and Marpet. And then here. It should be a hat on a hat, but the Bucs don't get a hat on a hat. They take to the front side, and the backside linebacker here has a free run. Now, you're not going to get 3 yards a carry unless you can get things fixed up front.
Jacquizz Rodgers cannot shake free.
Bucs went to Ronald Jones, the rookie, against the Bears on Sunday. He got 10 carries. And on this defense here, they covered up the interior 3 offensive linemen to protect the middle linebacker, Roquan Smith. You got to get the second-level block if you're going to have positive gains. Now, right here, the Bucs are all tangled up here with the 2 down men, and Roquan Smith is free here to come put the hit on Rojo. They got to start by improving this running game, by blocking better up front. They got to start getting more than 3 yards a carry.
Well, both Winston and Jones going to get their first action.
The best linebacking core in the NFL the first quarter of the season, I think, belonged to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Miles Jack and Telvin Smith. They played every single defensive snap the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, when Brady has Philip Dorsett come over on a fly sweep, Telvin Smith is going to widen, and his eyes are going to be in the right place. He's going to read this mesh in the backfield right here. Give himself a little bit of a jump so that when Brady gets the ball to his fastest player, Philip Dorsett, Telvin Smith can run with him. The Jags' greatest quality at linebacker between Jackson and Smith is they can flat out run.
Pass, tough catch made, only a gain of 1, and Smith, who had been flagged a few plays ago, brings him down immediately.
Because of the speed of Miles Jack and Telvin Smith, they do a lot with him. They'll put him up in the line of scrimmage like right here. Miles Jack is just there to draw the center's block, and then he's going to buzz out into zone coverage. But he's not going to run blind. He's going to keep his eyes back here on Sam Darnold. See where he's at with his progressions. So when Darnold comes back here to get rid of the ball, Miles Jack is going to be there to take the tight end, leg it down. Good open field tacklers between Smith and Jacks.
Bringing the pressure, that's complete. Going to be just shy of the first down.
The Lions are last in the league against the run. It's never a good sign for your 2 inside linebackers, Christian Jones and Jared Davis, that you're last in the league against the run. Ezekiel Elliott had his best day of the season here. They're all getting washed up here. So that Ezekiel Elliott has this cutback lane. There's nobody there in a position to stop it. Now, they got to stop these gashes in the middle of this defense if they're going to fix this run defense, and it starts with the linebackers getting off blocks.
For Dallas, and it's Elliott again. A big call. Elliott leaping over Lions to midfield.
Against the 49ers, Matt Breida had a career day. And on this play, they actually protect the 2 inside linebackers by covering up the interior 2 guards and center, freeing up Jared Davis and Christian Jones here. Now, the 49ers are going to run counter Trey. They're going to block down, and they're going to pull the left guard and the fullback here to kick out. To counter Trey, basic run play in the NFL. Now, Watch the two inside linebackers. They don't get off blocks here, and they take bad angles. They get caught inside. Now, that's a dangerous combination when your linebackers are both eliminated. It gives a great hole here for Matt Breida behind his fullback, and nobody else in his way. A big run. They've got to fix the linebacking situation in Detroit here in the next quarter of this season.
His first loss as a starter since college at Eastern Illinois. And this is Matt Breida. They really like this young man, and he continues to chew up yardage close.
Let's introduce you to the offensive line that's playing as well as anybody in the league, led by Havenstein, Blythe, Sullivan, Saffold, and Whitworth. And on this play against the Vikings on Thursday night, look at the push. They take care of the down lineman, and they get to the second level of Kendricks and Barr, and they pull the tight end, Higbee, to seal the end, Danielle Hunter. Now look at the movement that they get off the line of scrimmage. They've got the Vikings on skates. They can't hold the point right here. Great block by Saffold and Witt, and Higbee's going to seal. Now, this is what Gurley is looking at. He's looking at this backdoor cut here, and he's going to take it. Now, when you get that kind of movement like this, you're going to gain yards. The Rams start with the ability to move the line of scrimmage up front.
Here's Gurley trying to get him back involved, and Todd Gurley, who has a touchdown catch in this game, gets 9.
Rams' ability to protect Jared Goff helps with the head coach, Sean McVay, understanding that the Vikings got an elite pass rusher in Danielle Hunter. It's okay to chip the elite pass rusher and help out your left tackle right here, Andrew Whitworth, to slow him down so that Jared Goff has a big wall right now, a great wall, a flat pocket, flat in the front, wide on the edges, so that he can survey the field and make this throw to Brandon Cooks down the field, 47 yards into the end zone for a touchdown. Great throw, great protection. And even when Brandon Cooks starts to celebrate with the fans, a couple linemen will get down there as well. Saffold and Blythe, they'll all get down there. You know what? I'm going to drop a little confetti on those linemen making the trek down to the end zone to help celebrate with Brandon Cooks.
Himself the well of the ball game tonight. First down, LA going for the whole thing. Cooks, touchdown, LA!
The Arizona Cardinals offensive line is the most disappointing in the league to me because they should be better. They've got better players than this. Let's take a look against Seattle on Sunday. Here, the line of scrimmage is the 30. When David Johnson gets the ball, look how Seattle has reestablished the line of scrimmage. They have 5 guys now inside the 29-yard line. So David Johnson's got nowhere to go. Now let's look at the same play from the end zone shot, what David Johnson is looking at. Now Arizona is in a YY formation. That's 2 tight ends. They're going to help in the run game here. Here's the scheme. It's just going to be a zone stretch to the right. This is how you draw it up on the chalkboard. This is how you walk through it Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, at the snap, let's take a look at the penetration that Seattle is getting so that the right guard right here and the center are both stood up and walk backwards. And the tight end is beaten by Frank Clark across his face. When David Johnson gets the ball, he's got nowhere to go. They've got to get better up front in all phases, including the run game.
The defense has been inspired as well, Jay. Here's David Johnson, and he's not.
The Cardinals needed a field goal late in the fourth quarter to beat the Bears in Week 3 when the Bears ran Akeem Hicks and Khalil Mack on this tackle end game. A very basic twist stunt up front, and Hicks gets penetration here. And when Josh Rosen feels the penetration, he decides to exit stage left. Well, when he went to his right, Khalil Mack then followed him and chased him and met him, where Josh Rosen is just trying to get rid of the ball and just dump it to save the sack. But that is not where you want your rookie quarterback and the future at that position to take a hit from Khalil Mack. They got to get better up front in the next quarter of this season.
First down at midfield. Rosen in trouble, trying to get away under pressure. And the pass is incomplete.
The best defensive line in football through the first quarter of the season has been the Rams, anchored by Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh and Michael Brockers. They're making the splash plays when they need it. Right here, Aaron Donald explodes into the left guard, has complete control here. So once he controls his man and penetrates right now, even before Dalvin Cook gets the ball, it sets up Ramek Wilson here to come around here and make this tackle for a negative run. The Rams know it starts with stopping the run before you get to the quarterback.
Sure, he was touched, but they blew it dead.
The pass rush is there when they need it most. The rookie Franklin and Donald, Brockers and Sue line up here. Late in the fourth quarter on third down, Vikings down 10. Cousins trying to find a way to get in the end zone or the first down. But the Rams are committing 7 to coverage. 3 over 2 to the wide side of the field and 3 over 2 to the short side of the field. And Cousins is trying to find somebody to get open. Meanwhile, the rush gets home, and Ndamukong Suh gets Cousins down and hold the Vikings to a field goal. Now, the same play from the end zone shot. Aaron Donald and Ndamukong Suh. Suh playing defensive end. I think he's loving it out here on the edge. Now, you have to put 2 on Aaron Donald, and the Vikings do, to shut him down. When they put 2 on Aaron Donald, it frees up Suh to win the one-on-one. That's what he's capable of doing. That's what Brockers is capable of doing. Down goes Cousins. The Rams have been the best defensive line in football the first quarter of the season.
Cousins sacked. Ndamukong Suh.
The Oakland Raiders' defensive line needs the most work. But remember, Maurice Hurst Jr. and Arden Key are only rookies. They're going to get better. They haven't seen a lot. So when Cleveland chokes back here and they run this trap on Arden Key, Nick Chubb is going to look at a hole that you could drive an ocean liner through. There's too many gashes like this, too many big runs. Giving up over 5 yards a carry so far in the first quarter of this season. They've got to get better. They've got to tighten things up front, and it starts with stopping the run.
A little adversity there on that first kick. First carry of the game for Nick Chubb. Chubb is inside the 30, the 20, and he takes it all the way, 63 yards. The rookie out of Georgia for a Browns touchdown.
The Raiders are desperately trying to find a pass rush. Somebody that can get to the quarterback. Here, this front 4 against Cleveland on Sunday. They're going to run a long limbo. Urban's going to try to pick off the tackle, and Arden Key is going to come around. But nobody is going to get any penetration. And on 3rd and 12, Baker Mayfield's got a big wall in front of him right here to find his receiver on 3rd and 12 for a 21-yard gain. 5 sacks right now in 4 games. They've got to try to find a pass rush here in the next quarter of this season. They got to get better up front.
Browns need the 22 for a first down. Mayfield from the dirt, sets and throws.